back. Well, the powerful explosion that took place near the Red Fort metro station in Delhi during rush hours has led to several deaths. Several injured still, remember, undergoing treatment as we speak. But more news coming in the latest. The sheer force of the explosion caused extreme trauma, leading to devastating injuries. And this was to the amount that ruptured organs and several other lung ruptures, intestine ruptures of the deceased have been reported. Relatives had to identify their loved ones via several markers like tattoos or body marks, for instance. And many people also died on the spot, while several suffered serious injuries who then breathed their last at the hospital. 6 deceased have been identified so far is what we're learning. I do want to go across to Akash Sharma for more. Akash, share inputs that you're picking up for us from the LNJP hospital. That is where all the injured are currently undergoing treatment, and the several bodies are still being identified. Bodies of the deceased are still being identified, but that's become a mammoth challenge. It's become a huge task given the nature of these diseased bodies. Tell us what doctors are sharing with you.
Right. So, Crispin, you see, I'm standing outside the mortuary, and we are learning that 6 bodies have been identified so far, and 3 are still remaining. At least 9 people have lost their life, in this blast that happened outside the Red Fort, day before yesterday. Dismembered remains. We have seen the visuals yesterday. Heart-wrenching visuals where relatives had to identify their loved ones using, tattoos or these sort of marks they had there on their hands and on the other body parts. And it is, really unfortunate that, this blast has happened in the national capital at a time when, a lot of people were present in that vicinity. We have the famous market there. Also Red Fort is a monument where a number of people come from different parts of the country. Now, as far as these 3 bodies are concerned, so we have been given to understand that possibly police, is going to help the doctors and, the relatives, because they are looking for the missing reports now. Many of them don't know if their loved ones were present at the Red Fort and in that particular area. So possibly, missing reports would be filed, and then possibly identification would happen. But right now it has become a challenge because, as I mentioned earlier, we have in fact, dismembered remains here because intensity was too high. They could not save themselves, and those who were in close contact with that particular car or who were very much present in that particular vicinity have lost their life. And things have happened in such a way that instantly, soon after the blast, we got to know that at least 8 people have died. The death toll, the official figure remains at 9, but there are people who are injured, and they are being treated at the LNJP hospital. I'll show you the visuals. We don't have any 15 the LNJP hospital. I'll show you the visuals identified so far, and mortal remains have been taken by the families. But right now, this is the place where we have, where we had in fact these bodies, and we have no relative here, only some media personnel, and possibly these 3 bodies. Doctors and in fact the mortuary staff is expecting that by today or tomorrow, people would come. The moment they'll get to know, that they have also lost their loved ones. Because as I mentioned earlier, many of them might not know, that their relative was there in the area when this blast happened.
Yeah, because a lot of people were there. There were daily workers, there were daily earners, traders, and several family members of the victims have also come out to speak to the media. They, of course, have gone on to share some heartbreaking details of how they've had to identify their loved ones through these markers like tattoos or T-shirts, perhaps. Akash, thank you for joining us with those details. We're coming back to you in just a